With the holiday season upon us, I cannot believe that it keeps getting earlier and earlier every year, every time you go to the store. And this year it was September, there was Christmas stuff out. Can you believe that? But anyway, I wanted to share a recipe that uses dried beans to help you stretch that budget out, since our wallets are definitely feeling the pinch from inflation. Hi, welcome to Lilac Oaks Farm. My name is Renee. When I first started making my own homemade baked beans, it was over 30 years ago. Yes, I have a kid that's over 30. But when I first started making my baked beans, I was using dried beans. I could not get these dried beans to absorb much liquid. I have learned over the years a few tips and tricks, which I will share later on in the video. This recipe is for those that have a sweet tooth like my husband. You can also can these baked beans. I will put a link in the description box below to the canning video where we canned homemade baked beans. If you are new here to Lilac Oaks Farm, we are all about homesteading, farming related things. Baking, cooking, preserving, even growing your own food, whether it's plant or animal. But the only thing I can't grow is this channel without your help. So hit that like button and help us grow. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will get notified when I upload a new video. Without further ado, let's get baking. Before we begin, make sure to sort through your beans, take out any bad ones or any rocks. And then you're gonna wanna give them a good wash, and then you're gonna put them in a big bowl to let them soak overnight. You're gonna want at least 5 to 6 inches above the beans so they can absorb that water. You can put a little bit of baking soda in at this time if you want to help those beans open up and absorb that liquid because they are rock hard. Now it's the next day and we are going to strain those beans, and then we're gonna put the beans in a huge pot, fill your pot up and make sure it's got a couple inches above the beans. Add a little bit more baking soda and add a bay leaf. It depends if you're using more than 1 pound, which I do 3 pounds, I do 2 bay leaves. We're going to boil them for 30 minutes. After that is done, then we're going to reserve that water. So you're gonna strain the beans out and reserve that bean water. Skim the top, get rid of that foam, and remove the bay leaves. That bean water is to use for the liquid for baking the beans. Preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 162 degrees Celsius. The ingredients are bacon or salt pork. What is the difference? Bacon is a little leaner and salt pork's a little fattier. That is all. You can get flavored bacon and use that if you would like. Or you can just add, like if you're gonna put maple in, you can add just maple syrup in instead of using honey. But I am using bacon, maple flavored bacon. Onion, brown sugar, salt, pepper, ground dry mustard, honey, and molasses. We're going to combine all those ingredients in that big bowl that you have your beans in, because it'll be easier to transfer that into whatever covered dish you are using, or as I am using, a big baking dish. And then you're going to use enough of that reserve water to cover the beans with all that liquid so it'll be above it. Wrap up your beans or just throw the cover on, and then we're going to put them in the oven, and that's where they're going to cook for several hours. I can't even give you, I could say 5 hours. It could take 10 hours. It all depends on, sadly, the bean and how much liquid they're willing to absorb. So every few hours, make sure to check that liquid level and refill as needed, because it's not going to get thick. If the beans are hard and there's hardly any water, you're going to just keep putting more in. Believe me, it's a process. I even used, in this video, I used all my water, and you will see the clip of me using regular water to cover my beans with, because I've had issues with these beans. I felt like I was 16 again, learning how to bake for the first time. Fun times! this is not any easier than going to the grocery store and just grabbing a can of baked beans off the shelf. But this does taste so much better than those canned beans, and you get more for your money when it comes to making your own homemade baked beans. If you would like to lower the sugar content, you can use several different types of sugars. I will put links in the description box below. One of them is Truvia brown sugar. I prefer that one over the Swerve brown sugar because the Swerve brown sugar does not taste like brown sugar to me. And then there is Wholesome Yum Keto Honey Substitute, or you can use liquid allulose. If you would like to watch how I can the baked beans, you can click here. I will see you over there.